The Defect never lets you down, though. It is you who lets down the Defect. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. So, Niao offers us the standard 4 options here. Remove a card. That's fine on Defect. The faster Defect gets rid of his strikes, the happier Defect is. Largely because Defect's early strength comes from these 2 cards, Zap, Dual Cast, and to a lesser extent from the Cracked Core, which is there to help you if Dual Cast is drawn before Zap. So I used to look down on Defect's Act 1, now I actually think Defect's Act 1 is really rather good. Random Common Relic is perfectly acceptable on anyone, actually. Good way to get going on strength, take on those elites faster. No downside as well, that's really good. But what about 250 gold? That's a lot of health to sacrifice, but there are 2 early shops I can go into if I take that. Smashing straight into elite, with an upgrade, with an elite, with more, an elite, and more, and an elite. That's a really, really tantalizing 4 elite path. The downside, of course, is taking damage going into that. That's pretty bad. We're fighting Slime Boss. I usually advocate for boss swap on Slime Boss, but mostly if you're playing as Shiv Lady. Ubiquitousing, what a treat. Unexpected Slay the Spire. All streams while I'm in the Philippines are unexpected. What's really unexpected is that the stream is actually holding together on this really, really crappy hotel internet. And it is really bad here. I had a lot of connectivity issues, and it's really slow even for general browsing, but never mind that. What do you think, chat? I am going towards both of these, Common Relic or 250 gold. The thing is, 250 gold can be a relic and a half. It can be a relic and a nice card, or a relic and a remove. But that downside of 18 damage is not to be sniffed at. I am really tantalized by a 4 elite path. Although the first elite is without an upgrade, and we don't have a way out if this looks bad. More and more I've been thinking that an early shop for cards in Act 1 is actually a good way forward. Because many times you find that you go through your first 3, 4, 5 encounters and you get sod all. Your best options end up being like Charged Battery, Hologram, Claw, and maybe Scrape, but overall no good damage options. And then you go into your first elite and you just die because you can't do 90 damage inside 4 or 5 turns, so you just die. How's the Philippines when you're not in Manila? A lot better. Manila's just not for me. Too big, too smelly, too busy, too loud, and too overflowing with filth. Filth is a common theme across the country. I'm not happy to say that, but I'm not happy seeing it either. I have never seen solidified, compressed chunks of garbage before, outside of maybe a scrapyard. But I've seen it here along riverbeds, and it disgusts me. It does emotional damage that I'm really not happy with. But I think I found somewhere to get away from that. Here I am right now in Tagaytay, and I'm pretty happy with this. It's beautiful, it's clean, it's relatively quiet. Yeah, I'm quite happy here. I'm still going to explore around a bit more and find out just how happy. 250 gold is a safer option. The relic is a gamble, and we love gambling. I go with that common relic. What are you made of? Oh, an amazing relic. Lantern. Of all the energy-generating non-boss relics, this one is my favorite. I like it more than Happy Flower. I like it more than Sundial. Why do I like the Lantern so much, even though it's just a common relic and it's just 1 energy? Because there is only 1 turn you're ever guaranteed to have in a fight. That is your first turn. That's where the Lantern comes on in. Love you, Lantern. Will you love me back? I think I can take these 4 fights, then go into the shop, take on the elite. Since I didn't take damage for that, I should be fine to slap this elite no matter how badly I'm doing. Well, even if I don't get any potions or good card rewards here, I will guaranteed be able to buy a potion and a card here that should be able to take us on here. A good upgrade, or God forbid a rest. We go through, we go through, we go through, we go through. No events, but events in Act 1 suck. Let's move out. Hello, cultist. I am very, very unhappy because Lantern does nothing. We drew Ascended Bane, we drew Defends. How terrible. Didn't even get zapped down, so this might not be quite as happy as I want it to be. What's it going to be? It's going to be dead, dead, and dead. For you and not me. Take 1 in that fight. That's fine. Could have been better, of course. Compile for the 7. Cold snap for the frost. Difficult making these choices early game. We have no idea what we're going to end up getting. Compile drive would be better if I had cold snap. If nothing else, it's a draw 1 because we didn't get rid of cracked core and it is more damage. But frost is okay. Well, frost is really good, but it's certainly better if you get some focus going. At least it's not as bad as the Ganges, eh? Well, I haven't seen the Ganges, but oh lordy, please help me, dual cast. You absolutely helped me, dual cast. Oh, that's great. That is great. Look at that. All of a sudden, we're only taking 1 when we had 15 incoming. Nice. Yeah, it's just horrifying seeing so much garbage. But what's really horrifying is seeing the people who just not care. I was looking out in the street and we just see people just throw garbage straight onto the street. Saw one guy throw down some plastic and then spit on it. And then the rain comes and washes it all down together into the sewage that goes into the rivers. And then you look into the river and you know that it's biologically dead. It hurts. It hurts quite a bit. Right, what are we looking at here? I am looking at that streamline. It's a big chunky damage card. Well worth an upgrade. I certainly wouldn't take Cool-Headed this early into the run, and definitely not Blizzard. So yeah, streamline, come to me. You can make streamline work later on in the game as well, especially with a bit of hologramming. Ew. Alright, Jawworm, don't make me regret my... Oh crap, I forgot, I've got Lantern! No, I'm sorry, Lantern. Oh, better believe I'm sorry, okay. That was certainly a mistake. But whether it's a costly mistake or not remains to be seen. Because that Frost Orb is holding strong. Perfect. Even I can't defeat me. Hey, we better segregate out garbage in Europe, right? I don't know what you're getting at there. That's my official line, at least. Green energy for the win. Import energy from other non-green too. I don't know how they go about making their energy here, but maybe it should burn some more garbage here. But yeah, I think part of the problem is there's very poor access to refuse facilities here. You walk along the street and there are very few bins, but they don't have that Japanese culture here of just carry your garbage with you. They just fling it by the street sides. But even in Japan, you know, you carry your rubbish with you and then you dump it at a convenience store. They don't have convenience stores everywhere here, and they don't tend to have very good bins there either. Anyway, I'll get off my ecological high horse. Is it too late for the claw deck? Well, heavens, yes. I'll take that beam cell, though. Works pretty well with Streamline. Pretty bad against sentries, and we're almost certainly going to fight the sentries at some point, but let's go for it anyway. Might help dealing the necessary damage against Slime Boss. We are also maybe going to have enough money for a relic in the shop, but also maybe not. This is a little unfortunate. I'd love to slam down the damage, but I don't want to take all that damage. But you know who's there to help us out? It's Lantern. I love you, Lantern. That 6 damage was completely unavoidable, and him dying was unavoidable. Yeah, 12 gold, just shy of what I need to buy a lowballed relic. So I hope I don't see membership card. I like Glacier, I like it a lot, so I'll take it. Now that we have 2 different cards that generate Frost, I am desperate for ways to generate Focus. So give me Defrag, give me Bias Cognition, give me Consume. I'll take it all, and I might even take it from the shop. The Calipers are not going to be with us today. Strange Spoon. Defect is the best Strange Spoon character, in my humble and correct opinion. He has too many things that exhaust that you don't want to exhaust. Things like double energy, those holograms made from Hello World, and all the rest. Bear in mind, this only prevents cards that exhaust when played. So you have something like an Echo form that exhausts because of Ethereal. It will not be saved by Strange Spoon ever. Right, you know, Barrage doesn't even look that bad. I got Glacier and Cold Snap, turning Barrage into a 12 damage card already. Looking at what I have here, yeah, I've got some damage cards. Shouldn't be too unhappy with that. Japanese weird at many points. Yeah, but the Japanese are weird generally in a good way. Ninjin is the one that lives there and can offer us some good insight there. He has good and bad things to say. If I took Darkness, then Compile Driver would be really, really good. I'd have Frost, I'd have Electric, and I would have Dark. I don't think it's Panacea's time to shine. I only have one potion. It's not a bad potion, but could I do with a better potion? For example, Duplication Potion on Streamline suddenly makes that card completely free, but it's a lot of money to spend on that. I quite like Leap as a big chunky block card. I feel like the clever thing to do is to buy a card here, or maybe even buy a remove. Get ahead on strike removes. That could be dangerous going into the elite fights here. I will do it, though. Still not too late to take one of these cards, though. Sweeping Beam for Stage 1, Area of Effect. Buying Sweeping Beam, buying common cards in general feels really bad. Really, really bad. But you know what? Better to buy it than die rich. Oh, thank God we bought Sweeping Beam. Hello, Sentry friends. Alright, Glacier's going to make this a lot easier. And let us begin the streamlining. Alright, highly unlikely to kill that Sentry in this turn. Actually, I think it's impossible. Zoop. Could Gambler's Brew save my beer can here? Only have 2 energy. Even if I draw those 2, it's only 12 damage. I'd need 15 to take you out. I don't think it's worth doing that. Let's just take our 6. 6 isn't a whole lot to take anyway. Especially since we've been doing so good at conserving our health so far. Still don't really want to take damage here. With 6 passive block, as long as I kill one of these sentries right now, everything should be fine. And why would everything not be fine? Single defend card stops me taking any damage ever. Of course, we won't always get a defend card. Oh wow, this is pretty sweet. Good freaking buy. Didn't even need to upgrade that card. Could play Zap, so I will. Have you ever done an A20 claw deck that won? Never. I would like to, but I never have. Ooh. Gee, Defect. Might as well give you 2 Gambler Brews. I get the best boat part, the Horned Cleat. There is the Anchor for turn 1 10 block, the Horned Cleat for turn 2 14 block, and the Captain's Wheel for turn 3 18 block. Horned Cleat is best, because turn 2 is where you most often need the block, and 14 is a good chunky amount. Speaking of good things, Barrage Ball Lightning. I know Aggregate is awesome, but it's too early for Aggregate, but it's not too early for Ball Lightning. Get in here. And of all the cards that get upgraded, knowing that we're going to Lagavulin or Gremlinob, it's almost certainly that Streamline. I want that big chunky damage. Yeah, Ball Lightning gets a 3 upgrade, but Streamline gets 5. There is a strong argument for Zap Dual Cast upgrade. I have a 0-cost card that I can constantly go to, but without Hologram, that's not so good. Or just generally without good draw, that's not so good. Get me that damage, please. Especially with Beam Cell, if that lines up. Not Beam Cell. Yes, Beam Cell. Beam Cell lines up, Streamline suddenly does 30 damage. That's pretty splendid. What's the hour in the Philippines? It is 6:30 in the evening right now. Haven't had dinner, not sure I will. The problem that I'm having here in the Philippines is that... Ew, okay, this is probably Gambler's Brew. Problem I'm having here is that everything is served with rice, and rice is very filling, so I'm having rice for breakfast, and I'm not hungry until about 3 or 4 p.m. And then that meal also has rice, so I don't even want dinner. So it's usually 2 or even 1 meal a day while I'm here, which maybe isn't so bad a thing. I don't need block next turn because of Horned Cleat, and I want to kill you as soon as possible. I think we gamble everything other than Ball Lightning. There is a possibility that that doesn't work out so well. I might need or want that Strike. Because if I draw... If I draw Beam Cell and Ascender's Bane, or the other Defend and Ascender's Bane, or Glacier, that's all pretty bad. And then I'd rather have the 6 damage. To keep that strike or not to keep that strike? YOLO. Well, we got the strike back, so it's no big deal. Beam Cell... Ball that lightning, bring up that zap, strike him some more, duel that cast. Excellent output on turn 1 because we clawed through our skills there. In fact, Gremlin Ob should die without hurting us at all. We got another 12 damage coming in before he could do anything, and what we also have is Zap. We got Streamline next turn. Yeah, this fool is dead. Goodbye, Gremlin Ob. It was nice knowing you, except it wasn't. Freaking die. And that was the Horned Cleat right there, saving us a good chunk of damage. Now we get to Matryoshka. Normally a relic that I look down on, but getting Matryoshka early, specifically getting it right before a chest, is good. Get Explosive Pot, get... oh God. God is good. These are all excellent, but what is more excellent than the others? Good morning, TBW. You know, I saw a roller coaster today that reminded me of you. You fell off your bed. It's got to be Seek, right? Seek seeks Beam Cell together with Streamline, or vice versa. Seeks Ball Lightning early, seeks Glacier when I need it. Yeah, it's got to be Seek. Other than dealing with something like Time Eater, Seek is one of those cards that's just never bad. I guess Hex makes it bad as well. So Matryoshka. Don't be fooled by the 2 extra relics. It delays the reward of this relic, which is a bit bleh. And also, the relic that you get, if I remember the numbers well, it's 75% chance of a common relic, 25% chance of an uncommon relic, and no chance of a rare relic out of Matryoshka. I have not experimented to see what happens if you take literally every relic that's uncommon and common, and then open a Matryoshka treasure chest, but I suspect it would give you a circlet, which is kind of a just baseline relic. It does nothing but give you score. Anyway, give me the goods. Oh, wow. Bag of Marbolics for that turn 1 vulnerability. Molten Egg to ensure that every attack we get here on out is pre-upgraded. We've already picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks, but I'm sure there'll be some more. Bring on the omelets. I mean, Toxic Egg would be better. And Defect loves his powers, so Frozen Egg would also be good. What do we do with you? Well, I'm actually a bit saddened about the bag of marbles, because if I did play Cold Snap, you would wake up. And I don't want you to wake up yet. So let's just play Zippity Zap for now. And carry on. I mean, I could strike Cold Snap, and honestly, it's not bad damage. 9, 9, 9, and I get Frost up. Glacier and my Defends have not been seen yet. You know what? I think this is the rare turn 1 wake up on you, especially because I get the Horned Cleat value. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, Horned Cleat won the argument there for me. Golem has won the argument. Pretty good. This fight should be in the bag. Should be in the bag. I've got 39 and another 6 for 40 something. And I'm taking that full 18. That's a bit disgusting. The explosive pot doesn't get me out of this again. 39, 40, 42, 45. With this, it's 55. Ew. That is just shy. If I gambled 3 cards, I could get Seek. Seek could get me dual cast. That would probably do it. That's both my potions gone though, but it saves me staggering 18 health. 18 health are those 2 potions. A 40% potion chance going into Spicy Elite. Maybe I should just keep it. And if it's going down like that, I'd rather defend. Yeah. There we go. Then it would only save 13 and bleh to 13. Luggy does his thing, you know. Not too shabby. That is dubious. Winged boots. I don't think we can improve our pathing at all here. But it might be useful going forward. Might be. Certainly take it rather than not take it. Streamline comes back with an upgrade because of the egg. How much do we care about that? How much do we care about capacitor? 2 more orb slots. I generate a fair amount of orbs. I like you, capacitor. Get in here. I'm a bit banged up going into Spicy Elite. Do I want to rest? I would want to rest anyway, knowing that Slime Boss is there. But I would love to upgrade Seek. And probably Zap. This is not a Snecko deck, not by a long shot, so let's not worry about upgrades that make things 0 cost. But 21 health would certainly be nice. This spicy guy is either going to be Spicy Sentries, which would be bad, or a Spicy Gremlin Orb, which would be good. Ish. Let's not throw away the run. Especially going into Slime Boss. Respect the slime, and he'll respect you. Ah, good. Metallicized Gremlin Orb. Nobody in the history of this game has ever cared about that. If only Seek were upgraded, I would get Streamline here. Oh, well, I should get Streamline anyway, since you're vulnerable. Yeah, absolutely. Get that damage going. Also curious what's underneath this sweeping beam. Might be better than Zap, like Ball Lightning. Yeah, that ain't better. Eat your Streamline. Would I rather deal 9 or 3, 3, 3? I'd rather deal 9, actually. Thank you, please. And with these potions, this shouldn't be a problem, because he can't hurt us this turn. He can try. He can certainly try. But he will fail. And now we only need to deal 29 damage. Oh, that could be difficult. Nine and 16. Metallicize saving his bacon here. Because I didn't draw the Ball Lightning. You are a real piece of work, Gremlin Orb. Okay, goodbye. That's what the potion is there for, and wouldn't you believe it, we get a replacement potion. We also get strength gain, 30 gold, one of the keys, and I was just about to say strength gain would go very well with Barrage, and there's Barrage. Works amazingly with Capacitor, Glacier, Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, even keeping the first, look at this Relic Bar. Chunky. Should we take an event? We've gone this whole act with no events. I'll take that event. Ah, I love hearing that woomph of extra strength. How is this not Seek Streamline immediately? Because this guy's splitting is not ideal. But having him in a position to be split, now that is ideal. Actually, this is... yeah, whatever, just go ham. A split on 20 is no bad thing unless they double attack, and they don't double attack. In fact, ba-ba-ba, goodbye. Life is good. 12 gold isn't so good. Do I want... Whoa, I did say I want focus gain. Take defrag and upgrade for slime boss? I think so. Rebound is a great big chunky damage card. Works very well with streamline, but gotta get that focus gain going. And this is shoddy Wi-Fi. It seems good. Bearing in mind I am running 30 FPS 4 kbp, 4000 kbps. Isn't it just 4 mbps? Anyway, I'm not running at a particularly exciting frame rate. But I'm not running games that require particularly exciting frame rates, so why worry about it? 50% potion chance says maybe take on the fight there, but I hunger for an event. Whoa, amazing! The Golden Idol means that we are going to be free from the horrifying event, which either gives you a curse or makes you take over 20 damage. Definitely taking that. And max hit points are not real hit points. Not only that, we get this event after we healed. If we'd gotten this event before we'd healed, it would have meant that we heal for less at a rest site, so goodbye. Excellent, excellent. I want that defrag upgraded, but I really want Seek upgraded. What's a man to do? Seek is so good. Defrag is so good. Both upgrades double the output of the card, which is a sign of an immensely good upgrade. Yeah, defrag plus. I should be able to have quite a lot of orbs generated for this fight. Alright, a healthy bar of relics. Unfortunately, the Horned Cleat does nothing in this fight. Fortunately, you, and you all do nice things in this fight. Alright, this should already be in the bag. Probably want to split you next turn with Barrage and Streamline. Do I want to get going with more damage right now? No, because that could force a split. That'd be 10, 10, and 10, 30, bringing you down to 74, which means Splitsville, so do not play dual cast. Now do the damage. And with Seek into Barrage with Streamline, you better believe the damage is happening. Yeah, good freaking bye, Slime Boss. This was not your fight. Alright, you're going with the 18. I am actually at the mercy of my lightning striking you. Mercy? After we've scrubbed all the floors. You hit the wrong bloody one. Okay, well, we scrubbed all the floors in Gamelon. Well, no. This just isn't fair. Good fight, good night. Extra gold from the Golden Idol. A Swift Potion certainly beats Skill Potion. Whoa. My, said the spider to the smaller spider. Biased Cognition is based. However, Hyper Beam Plus just ends fights before they start. Another Seek is also good. Where's the take all button? They all have a very, very strong argument. With my Frost Generation, I want Biased Cognition, but I have no artifact to block the focus down. Hyper Beam Plus, like I said, is just a solution to some fights, but it is a curse on other fights. Specifically the longer fights, especially boss fights. You don't want to play this, because that 3 focus is too much to eat. Although, just as Artifact would help with Biased, it would help with Hyper Beam, and just more Seeking is more good. Can, for example, Seek for Seek Plus, if I upgrade the other one, and then you'll always have a Seek Plus to hand. Also, bear in mind that Hyper Beam with Bag of Marbles is suddenly just obliterating even the Dark Slimes on turn 1. What are they called again? The Darklings. Yeah, it's Hyper Beam Plus. And it's not Snecko, but it was never going to be. Astrolabe, very powerful on Defect. Get rid of the final 3 strikes, and we will not miss them. I'm not taking the Dome, even though we have Frost and Focus. I just don't enjoy playing with Runic Dome. Not knowing what the enemies are doing is just Paranoia City. Tiny House just sucks. Alright, Astrolabe it is. Goodbye, goodbye, and yeah, all these strikes are gone. And the leaves are brown. What did we get there? I didn't pay attention. Tempest, Rebound, Sunder. It's kind of a shame getting these attacks because they were going to be upgraded anyway because of Molten Egg. Now I need energy. This deck needs a turbo or two. Ideally a turbo plus. Or a double energy plus. Or some kind of access to plasma orb. But yeah, I'm going to be energy deficit for a while now. We need to deal with that. I'm certainly frames deficit right now. I just noticed the streaming rate take a nosedive as I heard the rain picking up outside. Could the two be linked? Who knows? Alright, you know what? I absolutely do not fear events in Act 2 because the horrible idol event... What is it even called again? It's an Act 2 thing. Is it forgotten? Yeah, that's it. This is a horrible, horrible event most of the time. Take 35% of your max hit points as damage, or get a curse. Horrible. But if you have the golden idol, suddenly your golden idol becomes bloody idol, and you heal every time you get gold. Although that is noticeably destroyed by ectoplasm. We don't have ectoplasm. We never will, because it's only offered as an Act 1 reward. I think I follow the rest sites. I love upgrades right now. Unfortunately, there's no real rest site heavy path, is there? No, siree, there is not. You get 2 in the middle and that's your lot. This is maybe too many events. 2 fights, 3 events. I would love to go shopping. What are the odds these events are shops anyway? Oh god, the shop placement is horrifying. 3 of them all at the end there. That's not very nice. It's quite the opposite of nice. But I should really go to 1. I don't want to go to 2. This is not very good. That's just 1 elite as well. Well, we got a lot of relics in Act 1. It's just when you have good opportunities, you should snowball them. You have... Oh, excellent, excellent memory there, Oglo. We do indeed have the winged boots. However, that doesn't solve our problems because this still fights with an elite. And this fights with a rest site, so I don't particularly want any of that. Yeah, the winged boots still mean I lose out big time by going to a shop. The big problem is these 2 shops are together. But I must go shopping. Right, alternative approach is to slap 2 elites without worrying about the shop situation, so... Oh yeah, I also want to rest site max, don't I? I'm fine with using all of my winged boots here. Upgrade, upgrade. Can we get... Oh god, everything competes with each other here. 1 wing boot use, 2 wing boot use. 3 wing boot use. Anybody spying a better choice than that? And I get 3 upgrades in the middle of the act. I get to go shopping. And I still fight 2 elites. Surely one event being a shop would lighten my load considerably. Then I'd be less inclined to go to the shop here. Front-loading my events, though. You can do 3 back-to-back elite fights. Yeah, but do I want to? I really want these upgrades. I would like Seek to be upgraded. I would like Capacitor to be upgraded. I actually quite like Beam Cell upgrade. I could do with that extra vulnerable, but probably more so Zapper dual cast. I need some 0-cost cards to go towards because we're only on 3 energy right now. And 3 energy is not good enough energy. Alright, let's go. Chosen. I was talking about you being a problem. Do I just take the 52 damage on you immediately? Yes, I do. Good. Thank you for the entire blocking here, and goodbye, Chosen. Splat! What a freaking fight. Strength pot. Yeah, I like strength. Works really well with barrage. Is it better than this, though? Swiss pot and gambler's brew gets me out of a really, really bad spot at times. A little too random to take this, and I'd rather it was pre-upgraded so it didn't cost more energy. I might just skip all of these. No, you know what? I think I'm fine as we are. Yeah. Don't make me regret that. It might make me regret that. Can't do much about that artifacting. We don't have other nasty things to give you. Nor can I just do you in from the get-go here. I'm looking at that hyper beam thinking about the 34 damage, but no, it's not that kind of fight. Get my focus down. Get my... What do I get here anyway? There's an idea for Glacier so I can have block at the ready already. Or Ball Lightning to get my damage going. I want those Frost Orbs at the ready, please. This guy makes you frail, which is the reason I wanted my Frost Orbs at the ready. Although I should have considered Horned Cleat and think that it's not a big deal. Do I want you? Sunder is 32. It'll be 8. 8 and 5 for 13. Then I'd need to do 40. That wouldn't quite be it. It'd be close though. Alright, I'll leave you be for now. Now here comes the 22. We've all got 12 block going here, but the trouble is I don't get much other block going. Did someone say problem? Blah! Thank you, Hyper Beam Plus. What would I do without you? Wasn't it 52 damage? Pretty sure it was that kind of a fight. One of us is right, Arcanum. I'm not saying one of us is wrong, but if someone were wrong, it wouldn't be me. Compile Driver is suddenly looking a wee bit better. We have Frost and we have Electric. That sounded dark, but what about Doom and Gloom? Oh, wait a second. Beam Cell Plus. I don't mind taking another one because we do quite a bit of physical damage. Yeah, Beam Cell Plus, please. Whoa, Mutagenic Strength. Turn 1 Giga Strength with Bag of Marbles and Vajra. Could also transform too. Those defends are looking garbage right now, but there's no guarantee what they turn into. Although, if they turn into attacks, those attacks will be upgraded. I do like Mutagenic Strength, but it will kill Clockwork Souvenir if I pick that up, which I'd rather use to deal with any potential bias cognition or even stop Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam's focus down, that is. Tough choice. That 3 extra strength on turn 1 is pretty brutal on this kind of deck. Maybe I'm making it sound a bit too brutal. You know what, we can take the transform too. Probably get rid of 2 defends right now. I need better defense cards. I'm starting to wish I'd taken that leap now, but... Oh, what? You could roll 1,000 games, you could roll 10,000 games, you would not get that outcome. The Echo. You can echo the Echo to end up with 3 echoed cards. The downside, of course, is these are so expensive. So now we very much want something that will make it cheaper. How about this relic? Might be an energy relic. Could do with some Happy Flower right now. I'm not going to take a curse to this one. I will happily pay you 82 for a random relic. Smiling Mask. That's going to save us money because I probably want to get rid of these defends as well and replace them with something like Leap, Reinforced Body, God, anything. Suddenly Snecko is a yes card, by the way. Yeah, suddenly I wouldn't turn down Snecko. Hyper Beam, Echo, Tempest, Sunder, Glacier, Streamline, those all say take Snecko. I'll probably have to pay a Snecko tax, but when do you not? Oh! Question mark is a chest, and there's another chest coming. What is more, this chest will give me Matryoshka value. Oh, yes! Getting rid of those defends was suddenly a gigabrain move, because Orichalcum will block even better than those defends. And I'm sure what you're thinking is, but what about Orichalcum together with Frost? It works exactly the way you want it to. Orichalcum will give you 6, and then the Frost will give you the frosty stuff. Bronze Scales versus Sapphire, though. If I end up fighting the Book of Glasgow, I'll be very happy I have those Bronze Scales. Also, good extra damage against the heart. Get in here. Alright, upgrade, elite. What am I upgrading, by the way? I'm pretty upgraded as it is, but that Seek needs upgraded. And given my lack of block, maybe Glacier. Probably Glacier. Although there's actually a good argument for upgrading Sweeping Beam, especially because of the turn 1 vulnerability my enemies have. We're not in Silly Town yet, but it's certainly getting sillier. There's an argument for ignoring this upgrade and going here, saving myself 1 charge of the Winged Boots for the future. Because Elite's usually better than an upgrade. And although Seek is a really good upgrade, we can get the upgrade afterwards and slaughter this Elite. And it also means that with 2 Elites down, I wouldn't feel so bad ditching that Elite for a shop in case this shop is bogus. And it could be bogus. Nothing says the shops have to have good things in them. Alright, let's do that. It is the Book of Glasgow. Turn 1 Echo form, you say? Well, it's hard to say no to that. I'm going to be eating that 14 damage. Well, no, I won't, because Orichalcum has my back. So I shouldn't even play that defend. In fact, eat all this lightning, please. Still going to get the extra wound from it, but this fight shouldn't last that long, right? Very welcome stuff there. How about we echo the echo? The downside, of course, being that I don't get any blocking going with that. Quite like this idea, though. There you go. This will hurt a bit, but the fight should be thoroughly in control now. Big hit coming in now, by the way, 24. Oh man, how I wish. I mean, Sunder seems pretty nice. That's 100 damage, but we're not going to kill you with that. And I can't play anything else. There's 100 damage, though. Can we not do better? My thought is Sweeping Beam has a reasonable chance of getting me Seek or Hyper Beam, which will probably win the fight. I'm willing to give that a go. Did not work out the way I wanted it to. How about this, though? Fight's getting a little out of hand now. Well, Orichalcum's putting in some work. Alright, time for you to be gone now. Blair. Not a great draw there, but an excellent reward, the Bag of Preparation. Also, more Hyper Beam Plus. Fighting an automaton. Go for the eyes. Too weak. Nah, that won't do it. Hyper Beam could certainly do it, though. That's goodbye focus aplenty, though. Might be better to take Compile Driver than the Hyper Beam. That is to say, the second Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam, yeah, the Hyper Beam does feel like a trap. You are right about that. Probably take Compile Driver. 1 should be fine. Good argument for resting here after that brutalizing, because the slavers could just do me in turn 1. Although I have good potions for that. The loss of max health does make resting a little worse as well. Although, what about Hyper Beam turn 1 against the slavers? That would be devastating to them. Also, what if there's Lee's Waffle, then I don't want to rest. Let's be aggressive, shall we? I want that Seek plussing. let's go and see what you're made of. It is not the slavers. Something else entirely. This is not bad, actually. Good opportunity to get Echo Form down turn 1. Just sunder this fat ass for starters. Get my energy rebate. Get Echo Form down, and then Compile Drive on you. Let me Compile Drive first. I'd rather have the Echo than do capacitor things. You'll buff up and hopefully then resummon. Good, the resummon. The Echo, though. Yeah, I think we go with the Echo. Really needs something like a... I got nothing free here, do I? I got another beam cell. I could also seek out things that I don't want to pool next turn. Hyper Beam next turn would actually be really good for eliminating my foes, but you're also going to hurt me next turn. Echo, Hyper Beam. Will it happen? Hyper Beam won't do everything on its own, right? That's, what's that, 17 extra, so that's 50 odd, 100 odd. A Hyper Beam plus one other thing would actually do him in. I could probably think about it and get a deadly attack here. Rebound is the single strongest attack that I have for next turn. So I'm thinking if I seek Ascender's Bane... Yeah, Barrage is also good. If I seek Ascender's Bane, Ball Lightning, Beam Cell, Cold Snap, then as long as I don't bottom deck Hyper Beam, and even if I do have Swift Potion, it's fatal next turn because Hyper Beam will be 34 times 1.5, which is 50... 51 damage? Yeah, I think that's 51 damage. 15, 16, 17 on that. Yeah, 51 times 2, 102 damage. Leaving me needing to do 37. And this is 18 times 2. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ah, but then the lightning will do the rest. Oh, but Hyper Beam will lose all my focus. Focus, pocus. Ah, but if I have Beam Cell at my side, then that will take care of the rest. So, oh yeah, I've also got Strength again. Perfect. All right, we've got it. Give me Ascender's Bane. Give me Cold Snap. Give me Glacier. Give me Ball Lightning. Pass the turn. Just don't bottom deck. Blah, and we're fine. So, it's one of those, is it? Well, it's alright. With 30% potion chance, surely we can't go wrong. What if my maths is off? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Doesn't feel very off to me, though. Alright. Unfortunate that I had to use the potion, but not a bad use of the potion. Not too late for genetic algorithm. But the recycle looks really good. I need the energy. I need to slim down my deck. Great way to get rid of Hyper Beam in the longer fights. Streamline as well. Melter against Automaton. Automaton does get block, but overall it's not very good. The genetic algorithm is good, though. Really good. Not upgraded, though. I don't want to waste an upgrade on it. Well, it's not wasting, but... I think I skip. Although I'd certainly take the Whetstone. There's not many things that can upgrade. I'll take it. I would rather get the beam, the Ball Lightning, but who wouldn't? Medium Chest, plus money, and the Oddly Smooth Stone. I'm certainly going to take that. Or will I? Do I even care about +1 Dexterity? I will if I find Reinforced Body. But we don't really play block cards. Yeah, algorithm gets doubled twice with Echo. What? The increase gets doubled twice. Or doubled once, rather. But I would still want to upgrade it, and I'm not sure I wanted to do that. I also don't feel very confident about stalling out fights. I don't have the frost generation or the focus for that. I'm not even sure I want this oddly smooth stone. Versus many other relics I could get, it's better than some, but you know what? I think we pass on that one. Feeling a bit beaten up. Maybe now I should take that rest. No, I should rest after we find if there's loose waffle here or not. So get an upgrade, a fight, get this, and maybe chicken out of this. I really want to go shopping. In that case, why don't we do this? I'll take that shop instead. Yes, I'm okay with that. Running out of things to upgrade. I have a hard time filling up my capacitor slots for now, but only for now. I want Zap to be free. Even though I said I'd take Snecko if we see it, what are the odds we even see it? Oh nice, surprise Spire stream, says Alexander. On last 7 days part. On last 7 days, okay. I kept thinking, oh boy, double hyper beam, but no, we don't have Echo Form down. At least not yet. Could I just kill you if I rebound this hyper beam? I think I could. Yeah, it's not really a good day to be you, is it, Snecko? I think my order there was a bit off, but whatever. Doesn't matter, because no matter what hyper beam costs, and it is full cost, you're just dead. Great fight. Tiny bit of extra gold, a replacement potion, which is very welcome. And damn it, I am really badly in need of turbo. We turned down turbo before, and I'm feeling bad about it. Hopefully it's in the shops. Turbo or double energy. Probably more so turbo than double energy. The draw from FTL is quite welcome. I like Hello World, actually. I am contemplating taking Hello World. Hello World gets me holograms, which are very welcome. Also can make turbo. Also just gives you more cards in hand, but it's the unupgraded one out of all of these. Although I wouldn't want it upgraded. Innate's a bit, yeah. More frost. More gold, your majesty. I think I take FTL. And I believe I said we'd go this path. Did I say I'd do that? Well, I'm doing it now, and I will take that rest. If Lee's Waffle is there, then so be it. Ah, Centurion Mystic, a fight that I don't think I have ever actually had problems with. That is so close. That is right there, actually. The problem with killing the Mystic is that Centurion goes on a rampage. Centurion will do Fury all the time. And you don't want to get hit by Fury all the time out of Centurion. So better to preserve the life of the Mystic. Glacier takes care of this, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Do I not have a way to just end you right now? Not quite. We sure about that? And what does Hyper Beam even do here? It does 35 plus 15, 16, 17. So it does 52. 52, 62, 68. Yeah, it's not quite there now, is it? Although Barrage will then do another 20 on top of that. 20 and this. Life is good. Life is really, really good. Glad I stopped to think about that for a moment. You don't often think, can I deal 100 damage on this first turn in Act 2? Especially with the GoBot here. Turbo, it's here. It's not upgraded, but I will certainly take that. And probably upgrade it before the boss fight. Because we are desperately in need of energy. No Lee's Waffle. Good, I don't feel bad about that. There's a leap I was after. Loop is on sale. Loop is not very good if I have Frost on the front, because that kills Auric Calcium. It's good for many other things. Probably want to kill off a Defend at this point. I don't want to play with Frozen Eye. I would do too many Frozen Eye runs. Overall, not a very good shop. A very good attack. I get rid of the upgraded beam, the unupgraded beam cell, but I think the Defend has to go. Make use of the smiling mask after all. Not the outcome I was looking for here. Could actually consider Doom and Gloom. We did take that compile driver after all. I don't really want Madness. One step beyond. Oops. Clicked outside of the game there into the chat for a moment. Yeah, taking Madness would be madness, I think. You pay energy to maybe save energy. That Doom and Gloom is really rather tempting. Much better for the boss fights to have that big chunky darkness orb to unleash upon my foes. The thing is, 2 cost is dangerously high. It's a shame more people don't know the Glory of Majesty, the Fantasy Kingdom sim. It is very good, though. Ancient Tea Set gives me 2 more energy on turn. You know what? That's not the worst idea, is it? With Bag of Preparation, suddenly we have 6 energy on turn 1. And 7 cards. That can really accelerate any fight that comes after a rest site. And that includes this fight upcoming right now. Very, very rare for me to even consider buying the Ancient Tea Set, but you know what? I'm sold. This is pretty good for boss fights. But I could do with more Frost. I really want another Glacier Plus, or maybe a Chill, and certainly more focus gain, but none of that's on offer here right now. Right, Doom and Gloom or not Doom and Gloom? That is my question right now, and I think my answer is no. Save our money for later. This speed potion's really, really bad. Would I rather have anything else? Because the alternatives are bad, and maybe. The thing is, I have a very upgraded deck. I'm not sure I want to switch that out. Not right now, at least. Nope, bad shop. I should have taken the 2 shops like I was thinking of earlier, and I didn't. That leap still is looking at me saying, pick me, pick me, pick me, and even upgrade me, but I think I'd rather upgrade my existing Glacier. My lack of block is going to hurt, by the way. I really need to do something about that. But I don't have the solution to it right now. Too bad. Please... Oh, I want that turbo, but I also want that Glacier. Do I want Capacitor? Capacitor's more Frost. Yeah, go on then. My favorite part about that game's balance is how until level 4 mages tend to die to literally rats, but after that become Dragon Ball Z characters. I'm melting. Alright, the beautiful synergy of Ancient Tea Set Bag of Preparation gets me double Echo Form. If you insist. If you truly insist. However, I could play 1 Echo Form and gamble away the others. The other one, that is. Because then I can't echo the echo. But surely double echoing is fine as it is, right? Yeah, I think I'll be fine with that. Let's strip away that artifact. Alright, not bad. Immediate Ancient Tea Set value. Immediate possible regret from the orbs. Draw 2 with you. We'll get Frosty. Well, I certainly want to double my defrag. That is a no-brainer. FTL will draw 2, but unless I'm getting that turbo, I don't think I want... I'd rather have my Frost Orbs at the ready. But then I leave myself with no energy for anything. Although I could seek turbo Ooh, you know, I could seek the capacitor as well. Doing that before the double glacier is a bit sad, though. And leave my gold alone. I don't need to double the seek. I don't particularly need to double this glacier, but let's do this. Sadly now, FTL is not activated. But I want capacitor, and I want the turbo to go with it. Might as well. Alright, goodbye Hyper Beam and either Tempest or Sunder, that's fine. That's kind of fine. Ah, right, this turn they will take Sunder or Tempest. Loving this doubling that I'm getting, though. Absolutely loving it. Do I fill up with Frost or not? Or do we just go with the damage? If I double this, I'll probably draw Sunder and not be able to play it. But it does do damage to everybody. I'll probably just get with the Orb Generation right now. Especially with the... I do not mind this thing holding on to Hyper Beam Plus, by the way. That is not a problem for me. Let's keep the drawing going. Not thrilled on the Tempest. I like having the Frost. But I like doing damage as well. Alright, 2 turns away from Hyper Beam, by the way. Let's not get complacent here. Ooh. Or whatever other draw to. We should at least see what's coming first, right? Zippity Zap and Beamy Cells. That's not the Beam Cell Plus, so I'm not overly thrilled about it. Should probably just get my ultimate Frost game going. There we go. Welcome back, Beam Cell. Alright, still isn't enough to block Hyper Beam confidently. There goes the Void. Yeah, dealing damage to you could actually prove to be a little bit troublesome right now. Might draw Barrage. Barrage would be cool. But then you're not Beam Cell. Yeah, Let's keep you permanently done in like that. Ah, Turbo's here to give me options, huh? I want that Turbo back for next turn, please. Alright, here comes the big one, the 58er. Do I have to put up with your nonsense? That's my question. The answer is, funnily enough, no. That's 100 damage, and that is 100 damage. However, we can't do both. This is more damage. This is 60 times 2, which is quite funny. It's all very funny. But what I can do is I can smash you with this twice. Oh god, it might draw me the Void. Whew. Almost didn't think that one through. Alright. Excellent fight. Truly excellent. And we found some focus. Right, get the hell out of here, Speed Potion. You are really bad for this build. And now we get options. I like options. Yeah, CMD. Laggy is the experience here. I'm streaming from... I actually quite like this hotel in the Philippines, but there are some problems with it. One is there's almost no water pressure. 2 is it's in dire need of revamping. But 3, the internet is quite garbage. It's not Thunderstrike time. It might not be reboot time. It's almost certainly All for One time. All for One gets Beam Cell, gets Zap, gets Seek if we didn't play it, gets the other Beam Cell, gets FTL, gets Turbo. Yeah, it's All for One. It's also pre-upgraded. And if it ever gets Turbo, it pays for itself. And is this Snecko? Why would it ever be Snecko? Panda Box for 1 defend? Notably, no energy options. The only energy option we've ever been offered was Dome, and Jake does not play with Dome. If you end your turn with any empty orb slots, channel 1 Frost. Then I want more capacitor space, and I want more focus. Sounds good. I'd rather have that over Inserter. I think Inserter's a trap unless you generate tons of orbs, and we don't generate tons enough of them. Freeze that core. Ah, my favorite rebel guy, Dennis Wolf, is here. Rebel's not the right word. What was he? He did me in, so he did. Yeah, my favorite bandit, that's it. My favorite bandit, Dennis Wolf, is here. I do still have one charge of the winged boots. Notably, all of the merchants are on the left side with no option to cross over unless I wing boot. Yeah, bandit. Bandit Dennis. I want to upgrade, but I also want to fight elites. I also like Act 3 events as well. Maybe that's too many events. Give me that, give me the elite, give me a shop, give me an upgrade. Another shop if I want to. An event if not. Another elite and we're out of here. 2 elites instead of 4 seems a little sad, but I already have quite a lot of relics. And the 4 elite path is too bad on upgrades and such. If I truly wanted more, I could take this route. That gets me 2 elites at the end instead of 1 elite. Basically switching question mark for an elite. And usually at the end of Act 3 you are ready to make mincemeat out of Act 3 elites. So let's do it. Jake, what is the best Disgaea to start with? Whoa. It's one of those troubling things where the first Disgaea is really good, but it might not entertain your sensibilities regarding quality of life. I think 5 and 7 are really good. Can't go wrong with 5 or 7. They've got good quality of life and they're still good Disgaea games. Honestly, I'd say start with 5. Bear in mind that I do not rate the plot of any of the Disgaea games other than 1. All of the plots are just awful anime nonsense. But Disgaea 1 was anime nonsense that I found very, very touching. I loved that game. It also hosts my one and only waifu, because more than one waifu will destroy your laifu, and that is Flawn. I love you, Flawn. Right, do I love this though? I don't like Spiker attacking me right from the get-go. This is probably not Echo Form's time to shine, and it's pretty nasty not starting with my cracked core, because that suddenly means Compile Driver and Barrage are both dead on arrival. Let's see what we're working with. Killing you is on the cards, and then I mostly block courtesy of Orichalcum, so I guess that's okay. Guess. Good enough. Oh, right! I did not realize that the Frost Orb comes in time there. Splendid. I'm really glad I left myself one extra slot there. That saved me any and all damage. Sunder saved me from other things. Beam Cell. I guess it's better than not being there. Alright, thanks to Focus Gain and Lightning Orbs, Spiker is of no concern to us. So there's not really any point in doing anything. Unless it attacks us, like it's doing right now, then there's cause for slight concern. No, there isn't. Continue to do nothing. Thank you, Frozen Core. And Orichalcum, of course. How did I win? I did nothing. Alright, continuing to get Golden Idol value. 71 extra gold. That's halfway towards a relic. Normally I'm a big charge battery believer, but 7 block against getting 6 for free, delaying the energy gain, it's just a skip for me now. Let's kill and keep moving, bringing on the Orb Walker. This guy gets out of hand really fast because he gains 5 strength every turn from the get-go. It's not like a cultist that has to waste time with ritual, but getting that lantern value constantly. Going back to Disgaea 1 is such a shame because of all the quality of life changes the genre has gone through. You just take it for granted and they're missing. What about D1 something? Didn't they remake Disgaea 1 with quality of life? I didn't look into it personally. Perhaps I should have. This doesn't look too bad, because with the turbo I can get plenty of things going here. Get you. Contemplating Echo Form, and now I'm no longer contemplating it, I'm just diddly doing it. More damage is better damage. I'll take 1 staggering damage. How many block cards have we played? Like, at all? Goodbye, Orbwalker. This makes me really glad that I didn't pick up Genetic Algorithm. I hate stalling out fights. Ooh, All for One is back. He says, would you like another one? Damn, if we'd taken that Madness, we could have made an Infinite, but I didn't take Madness. Do I want it again? It's pretty cool. I'm just not sure I want another one. You top deck that and you feel bad about it. Also, 14 damage on 2 energy is hardly breaking anyone's bank. I think no. Disgaea long play time? I put Disgaea up as a long play vote a very long time ago, and it got almost no traction. So there's not a lot of hunger for that, it would seem. If I seek Tempest, I can play that for a lot of lightning orbs and then go for something else. But do I want that? Not so sure. Wish I had a bit more draw, huh? I do have Zap, Compile Driver, Cold Snap. I can do some fun things here. The fun thing is not Hyper Beam, because these spikers would murderize me. But I definitely want my defrag. Might even take my capacitor here. I'm also contemplating All for One to get back some zero cost stuff. You know, All for One sounds more fun. Let's do this then. Let's go defrag turbo. Get zap. Get cold snap. Get compiling. Das ist fine. Then get ball lightning, All for One, turbo. Get zap going once again. Then I can dual cast this frost for more block than I'd get otherwise. And it doesn't really matter the order that I play that. Okay, there we go. Perfect block. Perfect block again with no block cards. This is kind of a fun defect. Bye-bye, Echo Form. I mostly know the series from the occasional screenshots, and my experience with JRPG says a game with that many numbers is a lot of grinding. Yeah, but it's got, in my view, the better kind of grinding, which is... It's not what you grind, but how you grind. Only 1 block card, but if I double this Glacier, I have no more offense. However... What if I don't care? Oh, right, no energy. Crumbs. Oh, well, I guess I do care. How about you die anyway? No, it's too much. Now I need some answers. Does this get me my frost evoked first? Doesn't matter, even if it did, it's not enough. Alright, this becomes a bit of a problem. I don't want to just outlast you by taking forever here. Ah, that solves it. Thank you. Thank you, zero cost echoed zap. Alright, keep the money flowing, keep the options flowing. Claw! The second claw! We would have gone this long until we saw another claw. If we decided to go claw deck, and that's why I never go claw deck on A20. The only situation that I would consider going claw deck is somehow we get access to at least 3 claws in the first few floors. That would have to be something like an early Orrery that gives me multiple claws, or boss swap into Pandora's Box or Astrolabe, which gives me maybe 2 claw pluses and a regular claw. Yeah, that's the kind of thing we're looking at. Because it's too unreliable. You can take Claw and think, I'll build a Claw deck, and then never see another Claw. And this card only buffs up with itself, so blech to that. Anyway, I'm not taking any of these cards. Our deck is relatively lean, especially for one of my runs. Ooh, I think I can take these freaks. It's a very risky fight. Two of these guys at the same time is pretty much an elite term of fight, but the reward is a guaranteed rare relic. And there are not many misses on the rare relics. You get great things like Incense Burner to become intangible, or Helix to block the first hit. Sometimes you get Shovel, although this isn't even that bad for Shovel Run. Actually, it is quite bad for Shovel Run. Okay, I ignore what I say about Shovel. There is a seed with 7 claws in Panda Box. I still failed to make it work on A20. Yeah, because you need some auxiliary stuff. You need Draw, and All for One would go a long way with those claws. Alright. Bring it on, Orb Walkers. They will attack every turn. Will I also attack every turn? Echo Form is now really the time to shine, because I can turbo and confidently do this Echo Form. But I'm curious what's in my Faster Than Light. Ball Lightning, eh? Probably want that Echo Form down. If nothing else, I'll be able to Sunder Chunder one of these things to death. But the blocking might prove a little difficult here. So my healing opportunity is not great. 27 coming in from the get-go. I'll have 2 Cold Snaps going, but no gain on the focus. I'm not thrilled by this outcome. But I actually think Hyper Beam Cold Snap's my best play. Then we're taking all of that 27. Ew, I don't like that. Well, my options are few and far between. Go! Alright, don't screw me now. Hey, there we go. Who was ever screwed today? Crunch, crunch, full rebate. Gain back some of that Hocus Pocus Focus. And we're fine. We're fine? Yeah, we're still fine. Goodbye. Alright, is Ginger. I can no longer become weakened. Is that good? I suppose, because I do quite a bit of physical damage, but things are normally dead before they get a chance to weaken me. Block Potion, eh? That works against Orcalcum, so I'm not sure I want that. I do want another Turbo, though. Do quite like Energy, although Compile Driver is Draw, and I like that as well. But yeah, give me that Energy gain, please. Block Pot's probably not better than Focus or Gambler Brew, so leave that on the floor. Begin Falling. Oh god, is there anything I want to drop here? Drop my Defend and maybe my Dual Cast? I am fine losing Rebound Plus. I'm not fine losing Turbo now. Oh, what? You know what? Do I even want 2 Echo Forms? They're really hard to play both of them. They're really powerful when I get them both off, though, so goodbye Rebound. It's not currently stuff that I like to rebound much of right now. Alright, let's start slaying those elites and hoping that it goes well. Well. Yeah, 2 is nice here, unlikely to bottom deck, but when I draw them both together like this, it can get a little awkward. I can echo and echo, but that doesn't leave me with enough to go forward with. You know, I could take Echo... not Echo. I could take the other Turbo and All for One. Then I can Turbo, Turbo, All for One, Turbo, Turbo, Echo, Echo. That's not good enough, though. We need a lot better than that. Contemplating using my Hyper Blah to wipe out these 2, so that next turn isn't so oppressive. Horned Cleat will take care of the other stuff, but then the Focus Dan will hurt. If I already have my Echo Form down, then Hyper Beam becomes pretty good at just wiping these suckers out. there's no guarantee of that going well for me either. Would very much like both of these things dead. Seeking out Sunder. Kills off one and gets me a rebate as well. 7 and 16 is just shy, right? No, that's perfect actually. Beam cell compile driver actually kills one. So if I seek out Sunder, beam cell compile driver kills one for 1, Sunder kills the other for nothing. Then I'm left with 3 energy for 5 energy. Get the Echo Form. And then I could turbo for the other Echo Form. I think so. Does that add up? Turbo, I'm on to 6. Take that down and down to 5. 4, 3, 2. Turbo, get that. I think so. I think so. Gonna give it a go. Get me my Sunder. Get me my other turbo. It's one of those fights. So Sunder evaporates one of you. That evaporates another one of you, and I have nothing to draw here anyway. And I'm not able to do this unless I turbo for you. Alright, let's see where this goes then. Potentially to bad places. Oh, you're not going for the attack here. Ooh, wow. Suddenly really wishing I'd put the vulnerable onto Repto here. But you know what? With All for One I can. All for One gets me my beam cell. It just doesn't let me double the hyper beam. Because I only get 2 doubled cards. Go figure. Well, this is too much damage not to do, right? Oh, hang on. I need to All for One first, or else I don't get my turbos back. Better do the damage than use capacitor here. Turbo for more capacitor? There's not really any point. Okay, now we maybe start suffering for what we've done here. I struggle to think of anything I can draw that gets me out of this horrific situation. And it is a horrific situation. Killing you quickly won't come easy. Well, will it come easily, actually? I get to double a few cards here. $15, $15, $16, $16 is 1 shy of killing Repto, and FTL does the rest. Well, that's just amazing. It's not often that fight goes so well, especially without using a potion. Akabesto is here to add another 8 damage plus Bag of Marbles value onto our opening attack. FTL plus again? I like 0-cost cards with All for One. I'm willing to give you a chance because you're drawn neutral most of the time. Really need to go shopping. Really need to go shopping with all this money. Lee's Waffle is not here. I don't feel like I've made poor decisions, at least not yet. This shop sucks. I want another shop. These relics are pretty bad. We don't shuffle often. You wouldn't buy Mercury Hourglass, not in my watch. Our fights usually open over too quickly. Same story, you wouldn't buy Blood Vial. These potions aren't better than what I have. These cards are not applicable. There's something to be said for blind. We don't have weak application on our foes. Awakened one. Yeah, then I probably really do want blind on him. Probably get rid of my last defend as well. So take blind, remove defend, go to other shop. Might even upgrade this blind. Alright, thank you, but goodbye. And yeah, since I'm going shopping, we don't rest here. Actually, we recall here, in case we get a better upgrade target. Much as I would love to upgrade these turbos and this blind, right now we recall. And we cannot take this. Actually, we must... Ah, damn. I would have rather had Oddly Smoothstone. Omamori will only potentially help us if this event is a curse, or one of these fights is with Writhing Mass, and Writhing Mass gets a curse on us. Late Omamori is a very sad Omamori, but them's the breaks. Okay, this looks a lot better. Hologram is here, and I like Hologram. Potion Belt is here, and I... Wow. Not hand drill, though. Nothing I'm dying to remove here, even though removes are cheap. We've gotten rid of all of our strikes and defends. Is triple echo a meme or good? Could still be good. But it would be better if I had more energy, which I don't. I want that hologram. So I buy that hologram. Simple. Potion belt. Or save our money for Act 4. Anchor is quite good normally, but doesn't work so hot with Auric Calcium. I already have 2 FDLs, I don't want another one. Well, no, I don't want another one. I think I'm going to take the chance and save my money for Act 4. If I don't survive to Act 4, you can say, told you so. Oh boy, do we even survive to the end of Act 3? The Jawworms are here, and they're very, very... Oh, okay, well, never mind. Thank you, Sunder. Thank you, Sunder, Bag of Marbles, Akabeko, etc. Although Sweeping Beam does damage to all. Certainly does do damage to all. And Sunder will still kill, right? Yeah, let's get the bonus value on everyone. Thonk. Love that thonk, by the way. Get my bonus draw, get my bonus murderizing you. Hey, you know what we can do with murderizing? We could do more murderizing. Trying to think of a way to not have this cause any problems. Away you go. Well, that was easy. Hologram value from the word go. Blah. Ooh, smoke bot buy. Meme cell, claw, recursion. Nah, I'd take recursion if we had dark orbs. We don't, so we say no to all of that. Bad rewards. We have the opportunity to go to yet another shop. Does not get in the way of fighting another elite. I want that shop value now rather than later. So let's go for it. Clockwork Souvenir. I never took that mutagenic strength, but is there anything I could get rid of? Yeah, we could stop Hyper Beam from murdering our focus. That's a pretty strong argument. A little late for self-repair. Yeah, there are times when I want the Hyper Beam anyway and yet still retain that focus, so I think I do take Clockwork Souvenir. Also helps immensely with surviving the first round against the heart. Although if I'd taken that Potion Belt, Entrepot, Swift Pot, Strength Pot. But no, I think for sure it's Clockwork Souvenir. And with that, do I want any of these cards? Stack, my deck's not that fat. Recycle, I would take Recycle Plus, but notably they don't have it. There's not really stuff I'm dying to recycle. Yeah, Hyper Beam's about the only real recycle target. I suppose Recycle plus Tempest, but that requires too much lining up. I say no to that. And I say yes to our final Elite. Elite versus Rest. I probably should rest, but I would rest here, surely. This will either be Giant Head, which could pose a problem, or Nemesis, which could also pose a problem. Also bear in mind we have one last Wing Boot charge, so I could actually rest instead of taking this event. So I could go here, rest, take this, and then do something else. I think that's a big yes. I really want blind upgraded. Kind of want hologram upgraded. Get rid of that exhaust. Did Jake skip an Act 2 boss relic, or am I going blind? You are indeed going blind. Look again, Ubiquitous. Look again. Perhaps something that was once cracked is now whole. 19 health is not a lot, but let's do it anyway. Don't want to throw this run away at the final hour. Never do anything right. It is Giant Head. Well now, shall I make you Giant Dead? Good grief. That barrage can do some pretty terrifying things if I could just get some more orbs going. But that might prove difficult. Hang on, I've got Turbo here. Seek Capacitor Plus and Tempest. Then murder this thing with Barrage. By using Turbo. Block this debuff, whatever it is. It's only one weaken. I like the idea of murdering. What did I say I would do? I believe it involved Tempest and something else, but I can't remember the something else. It was important, though. It was probably Capacitor. So this fills up all of them. And then Turbo. And then Meme Cell. No, don't Meme Cell. Do Barrage, because we have the Acabesto value here. Not a bad start on the Giant Dead. And we dual cast because that means that we have a spare slot to fill in with Frozen Core. Not bad. I've certainly seen worse. Oh, we were immune to that anyway thanks to Ginger, so it didn't actually kill our artifact. That is good news. You know what else is good news? All for one Turbo Beam Cell. And Blind, I suppose. Definitely want that defrag up. Yeah, keep this going. Should be a good fight. Once again, you failed to ginger me. Those gingers, is there anything they can't fail at? Love this little combination of Frozen Core together with Orichalcum. Didn't even know it worked like that, but now I do. Speaking of things we know, good freaking buy. Oh wait, crap! I didn't add up my numbers properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is only 25. That was a big mistake. How do I dig my way out of this mistake? Funnily enough, by Gambler Brewing into my FTLs. Yeah, crumbs. I better hope that this potion is a good potion and exists. Focus Potion would also do it, but Focus Potion is more valuable than Gambler Brew right now. Thank you, Oh, hello, Blind. There we go. That was my mistake. My mistake entirely. Didn't pay close enough attention to the numbers. We lost the Gambler Brew. That could actually kill us going forward. Second Glacier won't kill us. Do I want it, though? Do I even have space for more Frost Orbs? I don't actually think I want this Glacier. Although it can help evoking other Frost Orbs. I might need that. This fight could get really ugly. As fights with the Awakened one often does. Pretty unhappy with the mistake I just made there. Cost me an important potion. Second Glacier, it's not upgraded. 7 block, 2 frost, and 3 energy. That's pretty hard to justify. But it can be echoed, and it's a pretty nice echo target. I will take it. I was just complaining about unupgraded. Do I want to do something about that? Or do I want more energy? Would quite like more energy. I'm always energy hungry. Makes the void less proportionately bad. Alright, Awakened One and Co. If I get early Hyper Beam, which I don't. Well, potentially don't. And I could make short work of you. Oh wow, well that's pretty good. One cult is dead immediately. Take out the stronger one, of course. Get my rebate and get me more cards, please. Hologram. Well, you know what Hologram can do? It can do what we just did again. And I'm hard-pressed to say no to that. So you're immediately wiped out, and I immediately do this. Not bad. Do I focus pot for this fight? Has the potential to go extremely badly, but that's just Awakened One things for you. Tricky. The other fights against Donu Deck are Time Eater, and those guys should be no problemo, but this guy is problemo. I'm gonna do it. I've been doing really good at dishing out tons of damage quickly, though. Am I really that scared? Yes, I am. Full blocks this turn as well, which is rather nice. Right, he's multi-hitting next turn, so I would like to have more block at the ready for next turn. Sadly, though, a better Echo Form. And yeah, that is sadly. 4, 4, and 4, that's already full block, so that having to play Turbo. All for One gets me FTL, Zap. Basically not worth it. But this hit hurts. 40 incoming. A lot more if I want to do other things, and I might want to do other things. Painfully, I want to seek and dual cast that. Oh, right, I can't. Crumbs, not unless I echo my echo. And then I am up Nasty Creek. If I echo the echo, I'm taking a ton of damage here, which I don't particularly want. I'm going to need to bring in Blind as well, but not much else could be done here, huh? Bring in Beam Cell, Blind, and 2 cards that I don't want right now. Don't want to see type Hyper Beam. See for next turn, that is. I want to double my defrag for sure. Don't particularly care about you or you right now. Yeah, get the big blind going. Oh boy, it's come back down to 40. What a world we live in. Alright, prepare the ouch. Get those minute amount of sharp hides in. At least we've got the triple echo form. That should make life a little bit easier for us, but boy do I need that defrag going. FTL will see to that. There is some mention of the stream being dead. They're certainly low kilobyte per second, but by my count it's not yet dead. Yet. Okay, I really need to get my capacitor going and getting a lot more frost orbs, or else this fight's not going anywhere particularly good. 8, 8, and 8 is good enough for now, at least. I don't really want to draw, in case I draw something that I want. I'll do it anyway. Ha ha ha, thank you. That is still not what I'm after, and it's not draw. Thank goodness we have lots and lots of other stuff. Right, Streamline becoming Freeline is pretty good. Will not replace my Frost with Lightning. Need to kill this guy the old-fashioned way. His multi-attack's coming in as well, though I really need to do something about that. Capacitor's not the answer. Glacier right now is the answer. What about evoking these? Let's see what's coming for free first. Glacier is the answer. I got 3 of these, right? Couldn't I Capacitor and then Glacier? Witness my resolve. Oh, that is good. Oh, that is good. Splendid. We've won the fight. And it was probably worth that potion. Probably. Just murk the fool. There's nothing he can do against me now. He only powers up when I decide he powers up. And I don't decide that he powers up. Thunk. Slide. Yeah, I can see my my streaming rate is jumping between 0 and 1 kbps, which is a quarter of what I'm meant to be streaming at. Them's the breaks. And not necessarily good breaks. Damn, feels good to be good, I tell you what. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of so much of my frost, though. I was a little too eager to deal big damage. Let's do something about that. This might look really good, but it cost me a very valuable potion. And of all things to consider, this is probably our best matchup in the first place. Order. $41 kbps. All right, we saved it for last. Okay, 1 down. 2 or 1 more to go. Damn, if it was Time Slug, this would have been free. But it ain't Time Slug, no free meals here. I could still die here really rather easily. These two, after all, they buff up pretty nastily. I should probably get Echo Form down nice and quickly. Fortunately, we have Turbo to make the energy for that a lot easier. We'll end up 6, get that down. I'd like to do Glacier and probably Cold Snap. We don't need to have both of them. Probably want my Capacitor up then. Still taking unnecessary amounts of damage that way. Maybe Glacier with Hologrant Glacier? Then there's not enough for it, is there? I'll try and work on killing Donu as usual. So I want Echo Form, play that, I'll have 3 energy. Still want to have a Glacier up though. Glacier and Defrag? I can't have both, of course. A black screen with working extensions? That is funny stuff. Blind won't help me out here. Good chance I die next turn. Very good chance I die next turn. Oh well. Of all things, to hologram the beam cell? Makes Donu a bit easier to chew through. Alright, it's not too bad block, all things considered. Now let's continue the good blocking times. Oh, thank you so much, Horned Cleat. Echo the Echo. Then I can echo the Turbo, but I don't want to because none of this actually does anything, so... Keep you weakened for all eternity? Weakened and vulnerable for all eternity. I don't even want that played. Yeah, the Philippines tax. It's the, probably more the crummy hotel tax here. Definitely double that defrag. All for One will bring me back lots of energy. And Compile Driver should let me put that to use as well. Oh, but I really wanted Capacitor. I should have done Capacitor first, so there's more space for the orbs. Crumbs. Oh well. Oh well. Already pretty vulnerable, but let's keep it that way. Oh, wow. Are those actual streaming numbers? I am not inclined to believe it. Oh well, I'll give that a little moment to settle, if indeed it does want to settle. Not an unreasonable thought to get something along the lines of a grounded internet connection here, proper wired, not the wireless nonsense that I have in Hungary, and get Starlink and get an uninterrupted power source. One has to pay the third world country tax after all. Well, I guess you slayed the internet, Spire. No, there's no slaying done just yet. Pretty close though. What do we do here? Do I just end Donu's life? I suffer a little bit too much if I do that, though. Ah, no, Barrage should surely do things about that. Absolutely do things about that. Alright, and then this fight is a lot more under control because there's no strength scaling on their side. Reshuffling the deck without Hyper Beam there. Drawing the Void, amazing. And now this guy cannot hurt me because I have a passive 6/6/6, 6 and 6 and 6 block, which is, you guessed it, 36. So this guy's just dead. Oh, hello Void. Nice to see you again. Goodbye Plated Armor. Did I mention how great Barrage is as a card? Might have come up once or twice. Barrage is so good. It's okay early game, but it's the probably best late game. Am I going to do this? Yes. Probably the best late game common damage card I can think of. Yeah, we're so back, Thunder Road. Oh, that's right. The massive amount of void tax that I have is doing its thing now. But that's okay. Like I said, Deca literally cannot hurt me. But I can extremely literally hurt Deca. Case in point. Tickled to death. Alright, pretty good. Cost me a good potion, but I think that potion was the difference between living and dying there. You charge your frozen core to its maximum. 2202. A year I hope to see, but likely will not. Have I been here before? With the robot, not very often. With a deck like this, never. Sadly, no replacement potion. You don't get a reward at the end of Act 3 fights. Well, I suppose you get 75% of your missing hit points back. Resting to get 10 is almost certainly worthwhile here. More worthwhile than any upgrade, other than maybe Hologram. I love Hologram upgrade, but I can't afford a relic, so if Lee's Waffle is here, that's out of the question anyway. I will take that rest. Sound and occasional frames, what a win. Ah, it was always going to be there, wasn't it? Lee's Waffle. Another Barrage is extremely welcome. It's such a massive damage card. I want to see it more often. However, the Fairy is affordable. And not both. I'm taking that Fairy. Absolutely taking that Fairy. And I can afford nothing else, so that'll have to do. And with a reasonable chance here. Not a great one, but a reasonable one. as we deal with the Heart's Entourage, Shield, and Spear. With turn 1 Echo Form, I am feeling really, really good about the Ancient Tea set. 10 extra energy gained, and it has come at good times. Echo Defrag Glacier, not a terrible start. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Full block. Next turn's a disaster though. 2 burns on the top. Haven't really done anything to mitigate that. There's no point turboing for Glacier because this will be filled up with Frozen Core anyway. There's no real point in Sundering. Kind of. Might even be worth keeping the Akabeko for a pretty good barrage if I can set that up, but we'll see what happens. If you have it to 2202, that retirement visa would have been well worth the investment. Yeah, not to mention my uh-oh. Oh, boy, this is bad. Really, really bad. Yeah, I mean, I struggle to think of many cards that would get me out of this situation intact, but it's still not good. This is 45 times 2 damage. It's 90 damage, which is pretty good. But with only 1 Echo on it, it's not going to be enough. Turning around would be a suicide. So I guess we just got to go for it. Nothing to be done, play everything. Put Vuln on you and eat a pretty crappy sandwich. Alright, well, there was an attempt. Things might be able to turn around right now, though. Echoing the Echo allows me to double the Hollow. Not the Hollow, the Turbo, rather. But I need to turn around, and I need to do something about all this incoming pain. Don't get me wrong, it is pain. Dealing 61 on you just doesn't cut the mustard either, though. I do think it is Echo the Echo form, and then play this Turbo to end up with 6 energy. And then I can... Double FTL doesn't do too much because I won't draw anymore, but I can bring back... With 6 energy, 5 after playing this, I can bring back 2 cards. Including the hologram it's set. No, it fizzles out. FTL will always let me turn around. I could bring back 2 Glaciers even, play that for a lot of block. I'm getting the burns on the top of the hand again. That could really stink. Barrage won't get me out of this sticky situation either. Probably should have FTL double to draw to. Probably would have been a better idea. Then I could have potentially gotten Capacitor and then filled up with Frost Orbs that way. But you know what? I didn't do that. Let's just, for now, try to minimize the horrific damage coming in. Which I'd say we did a pretty good job of, because we did. However, in come those burns. Thank goodness for Seek. Seeking all for 1 to get my turbos seems like a golden chance here. And that allows me to Capacitor and get myself out of this bad situation. It's a shame I never did upgrade that blind. Could double the Hyper Beam, actually. It's not bad damage, but it stops me from blocking. What's a better option? Give me Cold Snap so I can generate some Frost Orbs? Yeah, probably. Can only play it once, though. Keep that in mind. Might even be blind to stop you from doing horrible things as well. Sure. I don't need free things. I need draw. Actually, get me Compile Driver. Compile Driver, Sweeping Beam, maybe both of them. Yes, draw for me, please. I need to play this. Should have Tempest so that Compile Driver would draw without downsides there. Oh, well. Might have a way out, though. Yes, I do. Draws 2. That's pretty good. It's almost pretty good. Actually, that's really, really good. Nice. Alright, this fight should be well in control now. Saved the fairy as well. That's great. I wonder if I've lost to this fight more often than the heart. It's a pretty horrible fight. I don't think anybody will doubt you on that one. Let's keep you weakened and have passive damage on you. And there's no real need to press forward with anything more here. I have enough passive block to deal with you. Actually, you do a big chunky hit like this one, but you're weakened. I've got... Oh, God. Didn't I have energy once? All right, let's try to put an end to you then, shall we? They're both doubled, so thwack, thwack. And we're out of here. Whew! Oh, wow! At the 11th hour, strike dummy! All the cards that have strike in them are better, like... Ooh, well, yay. Goody goody. Cool-headed for draw, turbo for energy. What's hurting me more right now, energy or draw? Yes. Take cool-headed. Alright, heart. Frankly, my chances against you are not very good after taking all that damage, but the fairy is there. And if we get a good draw order, this fight will be in the bag, but we need Echo early, and we need to get our capacitor and our frost and our focus up. And we need to double that. We need to double both of them, frankly. Well, ain't doubling defrag. At least not right now. I'm okay taking a little bit of damage here. We gotta get this set up one way or another. So it's probably Seek Echo. Really want that defrag. I can fetch that defrag with hologram. Not all is lost. But then I still don't echo it. I think without echoing this defrag, we're in no hope. Should I see what's under FDL first? I think I should. Blind is actually quite good. Potentially would have been better next turn, actually. So that was actually a really bad draw, but whatever. Bring in Echo for sure, but what else? Can I get by with a single capacitor, or do I need that echoed? I think I'm putting too much emphasis on the echoing, but I do think I need a full load of frost orbs. Looking at it, I could have 9 frost orbs doing 4 each. Still not enough, though. I need 9 frost orbs doing 6 each to stand a chance here. No block during your turn is awkward against Beat of Death. Yeah, but it's only Beat of Death too, and we have a fairy. I will live with the consequences of my actions. Alright, in that case I should get something that I don't want to see. Something like Hyper Beam. So give me an Echo form and give me... Actually, if I take a 0-cost card, then I could have that for All for One. No guarantee if and when that appears, though. Nah, just get Hyper Beam out of my face. Do I play you, or do I wait on you? I could die without, if I don't play it, and I could die. I could die in the short term if I don't play it. I can die in the medium to long term if I do play it now. Going for it. Probably should have played Tempest to get out of my face. Right, we're not vulnerable, so at least this isn't Deathsville for us. We do get to echo the Echo. That is what they call good news. The bad news is we don't really have much else to throw at our foe, but I guess I could keep you vulnerable for quite a while. Do I want that? Is that worth it? I'm taking 4 beat of death to do that. I... 6, 4... Yes, I will actually. Observe. Thank you, Frozen Core. Take 1 damage, whilst dealing 45 damage. Vulnerable does not affect the 45 that I'm giving him, though. Speaking of 45s... Glacier, Glacier, FTL, FTL, Prey. Cold Snap is a prayer, which I cannot make. Probably have to make. Don't want to make another one of those, but is this going to kill me or not? 4, 4, and 4 is 12. That's 35, 45. I'll live on 4. Living on 4 is okay. Alternatively, it's just not worth it. Yeah, I'll live on 4, thanks. Oh, crumbs, I'll live on 2. I forgot about the burn. Alright, could really do with that capacitor about now. But if I don't get it with turbo, then I can't double it. If I don't do something about it now, though, I'm in a lot of hot water. And I wouldn't be able to double it without... Okay, so I guess I'm doubling it next turn, but then do I even have any block? Potentially with dual cast. It's not looking good, though. In fact, I would dare to say it's looking very, very bad. Oh boy. Okay, do not fear just yet. The fairy exists for this very purpose. Hologram can actually help us out here. Yeah, hologram is absolutely block. It's only 6 block. 2, actually, after this. I probably have to dual cast, just to get some initial block going. And then I must double this capacitor. I don't mind dying on this turn, that's fine. But I might not have to die. Because I can hollow 2 cards. And that can include All for One, which gets me Turbo, Beam Cell, FTL, Beam Cell, Blind, FTL. And that will allow me to carve through this and weaken our foe. So yeah, I think it's actually hologram All for One here. And I can hollow something that isn't All for One. Possibly Glacier, if I hope to survive this. I do hope to survive this. So we hit the turbo, hit the All for One, get a lot of options now. Take the turbo. Gonna hit you with Meme Cell. Hit you with Meme Cell again, then I'm gonna blind you. Now we're not looking at too much damage coming in. And then with Glacier, can we survive this? 4, 4, 4, and 4 is 12. Nah, we still die. Crumbs. Oh well, if we're dying anyway, might as well lay some damage in. Let's double check that. That's 16, and that 16 and 15 is 30. Wah, crumbs. Oh well. Nothing that can get me out of this. Nothing I can think of, at least. Maybe there was an opportunity to play FTL earlier. Yeah, I was counting 4 times 4, but you're right, it's not enough. Thunk, thank you, Fairy. Now we need to survive 45. Can such a thing even be done? Maybe. We've got 26 blocks right now. That is not enough. I really need to draw something that saves my bacon here. Forgive me for having hoped for something that blocks here. Compile will draw 2, but Zap Compile will draw 4. And I think I need that extra possibility of drawing something that saves my bacon. Did you get him? Not yet, sir. Cool-headed draw? Ugh, the void. Actually, the void might have just ended me there. I got 7 times 4 here, plus 6, and I don't think that's enough. Seven 4 is 28, and that is it, yeah? Yeah, 7 4, 28, plus 6 is dead. Crumbs. I was really hoping for Glacier there. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm counting the extra Frozen Core 1. Can't see a way out of this, though. Exacxies for the heart, you think? Well, I see no way out. He's already weakened, so further weaken won't help. Further damage won't help. Maybe if I just close my eyes and... Oh, there's the burn as well. Ah, buggery. Oh well. That is what you might call the breaks. Not bad, but we just lacked on the block a little bit. We just needed one more focus card. Consume, another defragment, bias cognition, anything to get us just a little bit more focus was all we needed. Or just hitting the defrag with the Echo Form would have gone a long way. But Draw Order decided that wasn't happening, and since we didn't prepare with some extra focus, you know, we didn't have the skill to generate another focus card, despite hitting so many shops. But that was quite a shame. Zeknar wins here after 13 minutes. I'm a slow player, but I watched some Zeknar. Ooh, he's good. He is really good. There's a reason for that. Good run. An interesting run. But you should never be sad about a run that makes it to Act 4, much less a run that makes it to the heart. The heart is hard as hell. And I think we did just about everything right. But if we'd done truly everything right, we would have won. Great start to this run, though. Lantern as a common relic was amazing. Horncleat as a first reward, terrific. Immediate Matryoshka value, and it was good Matryoshka value. I think Matryoshka got us the Molten Egg, which set us way ahead in upgrades. Got full value out of Wing Boots. Strength gain worked well for us. Barrage worked well for us. It was great, but like I said, it lacked one thing, and that thing was a block solution. We needed a bit more focus. We always knew that. We were always hoping for the extra focus. Didn't get it. The only other focus option we ever got on this run was... I'm pretty sure we saw it in Act 1, but perhaps I'm wrong. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that biased cognition. We skipped it in favor of Hyper Beam Plus. And on reflection, biased cognition wins the run, but Hyper Beam Plus made it a lot easier to get to Act 4. The amount of hallway fights that Hyper Beam Plus just ended the moment we saw them. Even finished off a lot of bosses. Because we double it, the enemy is vulnerable, it deals 100 damage AoE. That's a whole lot of damage. But yeah, bias cognition was the correct choice on floor 16. We didn't do it, and for that, we fail. Yeah, all worth it for the dummy, though. Strike dummy was there to carry us at the end, just couldn't carry hard enough. Hyper Beam was the right call at the time. Yeah, we had all the information, and yet it wasn't enough. Okay, it's somewhat promising to know that the stream almost holds out here, so there shouldn't be a problem doing another stream later on. Then again, I'm going exploring. We shall see, but I'm still here for another couple of nights, so I will try and do another stream later on, but not for now. For now, it is a cheers and cheerio.